Hi everyone, it's Steph here. This is the Novelty Corner and welcome to my July 2021 top 5 books. So this is part of the series where I'm recapping the top 5 books that I read every month of the year throughout the month of December, and we are finally up to July. There's a whole series of these videos. I've got a playlist up above. It's part of my December daily. I'm not going to spend any more time explaining it, we're just going to jump straight in. So in the month of July, I read a total of 53 books and a total of 12,703 pages. The books are in no particular order, but these are just some of my top 5 reads for the month, and technically you're kind of getting some bonus books this month just because I'm including a series that I read as one of the entries. One of the books that I loved this month was I Married a Lizardman by Regine Abel. This is a book that Brie and Izzy introduced me to, and it basically prompted an Instagram group of a bunch of us who really enjoy reading weird romance books featuring monsters, aliens, weird creatures, whatever. You name it, we usually share it, and then we have a good laugh and a giggle and discuss what the books are actually like. And it's great. So I Married a Lizardman is what's kicked off the Prime Mating Agency series, and I have since enjoyed the other 2 books that have come out afterwards. They've all been favourites. And in this case, we follow a heroine who is shipped off to a completely different planet because she's trapped in her life and doesn't get along with her family, and she is matched with what is essentially, to her mind, a lizard man. And she ends up living in his community, and the community is having some issues with survival. They've got other organizations coming into the planet using resources and basically funneling the funds that they need away from these communities. And she takes it upon herself to farm. Now, the community she's joined doesn't farm anything. In fact, it's something that is almost against their nature, but her partner lets her do it because it's something that brings her comfort. And in a way, she shows them another way that they can be sustainable. I'm not talking about environmental sustainability, but just sustaining themselves as a community. Of the 3 books in the series, this is probably my least favorite because there are some implications in here that are probably not fantastic. But that said, the concept is great, and it's really kicked off a very fascinating sci-fi romance series that I'm really enjoying. So I couldn't not put it in here because it really was something that A, brought a group of friends together, and B, also kicked off the love of a new series. I also had All They Want for Christmas by Andie J. Christopher. This is a very short, steamy menage Christmas novella. There's not too much to say about it insofar that the heroine meets the 2 male main characters of the book in a restaurant after she ends a date that has not gone well. She ends up going home with them, and we find out a little bit more about these characters, including the fact that at least one of them is a spy. And this was just an unexpected delight that I truly, truly enjoyed, and I will probably reread at some point. And I did read that one for my Christmas in July video, so I will leave that linked on the screen in case you want to check out my full thoughts. All right, so this is my cheat section where I'm including 3 books for the spot of 1, and that is the Relic series by Maddox, starting off with Smash and Grab, Sink or Swim, and King and Queen. These are dinosaur shifter male romance stories, and they are an absolute delight. If you want something fun and funny with great characters and just something completely bonkers that you wouldn't think that you would enjoy, these are definitely the books to pick up. These books also will be getting a reread in 2022. And I think I looked up the other day that there are at least two more books coming out in the series, so I am very excited about that. Another new to me author that I absolutely loved a book from this month was Tangled by Lillian and Lark. Again, this was a book that came up in that Instagram buddy reading group, and this is a sci-fi romance between a human and an android, and it was absolutely delightful. But I say delightful with a big caveat that this is incredibly dark. Content warnings in here for suicidal thoughts, for suicide, and all sorts of other things. But Lillian and Lark can write, and it's amazing as you begin to unpack what is really going on with these characters. I highly recommend this. So Lillian and Lark has a whole stack of stuff out in paranormal. This is her sci-fi romance, and it's super short and very, very good. And then finally, my last favorite for this month was Last Guard by Nalini Singh, which was the most recent of the Side Changeling books. This one follows Canto Mercant, who is sort of the hidden secret of the Mercant family, who is a very secretive side family anyway. He's a cardinal telepath who is also an anchor, and he begins to recruit other high-level Psi who are also anchors in order to stop the degradation of the Psinet. To that end, he ends up meeting Pale Rao, who he actually knew as a child, and she is a cardinal telekinetic. She is head of her family's empire, and when the 2 of them team up, it is just fantastic. They're one of my favorite powerful couples within the series, and it's also kind of like grumpy and grumpier at times, and I adored it. All right, I only had 2 rereads this month, and they were both for the Side Changeling videos that I was doing. So I reread Alpha Night, which was the book that came before Last Guard, and I also reread Wild Invitation, which is one of the anthology collections. So I will leave the Side Changeling playlist listed up above so you can check those out if you would like to. All right, so those are my top books for July. In the comments, let me know A, if you've read any of these books, or B, if you're planning on picking them up. Or the other option is to share your favorite books from July, because I would love to hear about those books as well. If you want to let me know you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a T-Rex emoji down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.